So I jammed.
I'm going.
Okay, so I jammed the window glazing into the top half, and this is where I'm going to slide the window in. I just really caked it on there, and I'll do a little bit of cleanup after I get the window positioned in there because it's going to kind of gush out of there. But I've got a nice long line of it, so it'll be nice and glazed. Okay, window glass is partially inserted. Table got cleaned off in time for dinner. We had pizza. It was a lovely pizza. And my wife made it. It was great. We had 3 different kinds. We had mushroom and onion, pretzels, peanuts, and meat sticks, like those beef sticks, which is a weird thing, like a bar food pizza, she called it. And then we had it was like a tomato basil soup pizza, which was really, really good, nice and cheesy and gooey. Anyways, here's the window. We've got the window pane in. Don't touch it, Liliana. What are you doing? You gonna pray? Okay, good. Bernadette. Pray to Saint Bernadette. Saint Bernadette, pray for us. Okay, so what I did was I got a lot of that window glazing up here in this top part, and then I stuck the window in there. And I cleaned off this edge already, but I haven't cleaned off the underside. When I say cleaned, I'm mostly cleaned. I got a lot of the gunk off. But it's not completely clear, so I've got some more work to do on it. But I did get, I got everything nice and smooth all along, as well as I could, up and down all edges, so that there was no old glazing left on there. And then I am just using this old bottle of glaze that I had to kind of cut open, but it's still got the right consistency and texture in there, so I'll go ahead and keep using that. It works fine. And then these are the little push tacks that hold the window in place while I get my glazing on and set to dry. Apparently it'll take up to 4 weeks to completely dry. So all I'm going to do is take my putty knife and slide this right over here into the wood and just give it a good push. And I want to make sure that I'm pushing as horizontal as possible so that I'm keeping it going straight so that it holds the window in straight and flat. It's pretty simple. I just kind of press it in there, and there we go. It's nice and held in place, and I did that with mostly just one hand and a putty knife. So there we go. Pretty easy. I'm going to put this in, and then I'm going to just apply the putty into the seams and kind of give it a little bit of an angle like that. So there'll be a little ridge of putty all around. Hopefully I've got enough that it'll go around this whole window. If I don't, I do have that extra tube I can open up. So I'll see you later. Alright, we got a window. It's pretty well put together and put in. I'm not a perfect window glazer, so we get what we get, and that's okay. But I got it in there. The window's in good shape. I used a little bit of oil to kind of clean up the sides a little bit, so there wasn't a bunch of putty all over the edges here and on the window itself. And then I used some window cleaner. Actually, I've got some Melaleuca window cleaner my mom used to have years ago, and it's still good. So that's good. So the window's ready to go in. I took out the sash weight ropes. They were right here in these side grooves on the window, and I'm going to tie in the sash weight. So we're actually going to have a nicely counterweighted window. It should glide really well, and I'm not going to post any videos about that, I don't think, but maybe you can just come with me real quick. I'll show you the couple pieces that we're using. So obviously we've got the pulley rollers here, and these just roll. I added a little bit of WD-40 to grease these up so they roll pretty nice. And then I've got some rope. I had some spare rope sitting around, so this is the rope I'm going to use. It's the right size. It fits right in through there. And then obviously I had to open up the window frame just a little bit in order to get into the counterweights. And my light adjustment's not working very well right now. Let's see, maybe if I just turn on the light. There we go. So you can see there's a opening here in the frame, and it goes back into this recess. Well, that's where the weights are. Now these are lead weights, so I don't know, pray for us, because they can be toxic. But I'm not touching them at all with my hands, and I'm just going to tie a rope onto it and then thread it through the hole up here, which is where the pulleys go, the wheels, and it'll just roll right through and give a nice counterbalance. The rears are still in place. You can see back there carefully. So that's the rear weight, and that's still doing its job when I move the top window up and down, but the back window needs to be taken care of. So, all right, pray for us, wish us luck. Thanks.